that the last one? Nice, not too bad. There's no combat music. I don't think I've got anything in the audio turned off. Music's on. I guess just that fight didn't have any. Shadow Essence. Oh, I think it's on top of the tower. Whatever it is that I'm pinging. Oh, it's a big pile of corpses. Weird place to keep them. Gray whiskey. We found a bottle of whiskey under the corpses. Okay. Other tower too? Grey Warden sword.
Blackwall would have liked to have been here for this.
And there's something up here. Oh wow, look at this thing. This looks sweet. It's like a giant ballista crossbow thing. And it's got like a clip for arrows. That thing looks awesome. It screams arrow cart. Is that a cheese wheels of a shield? Yeah, we found... God. It looks so dumb, but it's so good. So there's no healing magic in this game. Once you run out of potions, you have to rest, which respawns the trash in the world, kind of like Souls. However, there's a shield we found called the Wedge of Destiny. And when you get hit, you heal back 15% of the damage you took. So if you would like use barrier or guard and mitigate the damage so you don't actually take damage, you still get the heal. So it's, while she is tanking with that cheese wheel, she is constantly getting small heals back and keeping her topped off as long as she doesn't get popped. So it's like, even if I found a shield that had like triple the armor, if it didn't have that healing effect, I wouldn't use it. It's so good. Good morning, Mug Chat. Hi, Jinxie. I get so. Alright, got that one. Trap, destroy. Wait, what is that? Something over here. We can break that. Hello, what's this? This looks like a room for sacrifice or something. The creation of a phylactery. We let the boy rest the first night they brought him to the White Spire. I convinced Knight Commander Belrose to delay the ritual till the morning. The journey was long and the lad could barely keep his eyes open, poor thing. I was certain escape was the furthest thing from his mind. Medine found him a clean cot with the other young apprentices, and when I came in with his supper, he was already fast asleep. In the morning, I showed Medine how the phial was to be prepared. First, a simple charm to preserve and protect the glass. Then a spell that was to keep the blood from forming dark clots. The last step could only be completed with the apprentice presence. I sent a young Templar recruit off with a message we were ready. The boy was escorted to the chamber by Belrose himself. I could tell he had just been awakened. There was a smear of dirt from his face, perhaps from the road. I called the boy to me and cleaned his cheek with my sleeve as I explained the ritual. We have to take your blood, I said, because you're special and we don't want you to be lost. If it happens, the blood will allow us to find you and bring you home again. I let Medine take the lance at this time. The tremor in my hands was worse that day, and I didn't want to make too deep a cut. I held the boy close, and Medine made a small, neat incision on his palm, exactly as instructed. I felt the boy struggle and start to cry. He tried to pull away, but Medine gripped his hand firmly, letting the blood run into the phial. Then Medine cast the spell like we practiced. Within the phial, the blood churned and grew bright in the presence of the mage to whom it was bound. It was done. Another phylactery, another link forged. He was leashed to the White Spire. The boy could not look away from the glow. He was enthralled, and the pain and the tears were forgotten. See, this is magic, I said to him. When you are older, I will teach you. Belrose let the boy hold his phylactery for several minutes before he locked it away in the chamber. From the Memoirs of Enchanter Reva Clay. Chantry Logbook. We so far confirmed that the Pheromond has had any luck attracting spirits at all. It may not be possible for spirits of the Fade to even see someone who has been so long tranquil. He wishes to continue the experiments. We will stay and observe until he is ready to leave. Noticing these shackles on the ceiling next to the fire. The mouse and keyboard or with controller is better this game. I've only played it with mouse and keyboard, which is what I'm doing right now, and it feels completely fine. I don't have any experience playing this with controller, if you can do that. Is this the Tempest spec of Mage? I'm playing Knight Enchanter, which has the ability to turn its magic into basically a lightsaber for a moment. So you do some spells to build up charge, and then when you swing that, it unleashes the charge and does lots of damage. Tons of damage. I think Dorian cast Walking Bomb. I see meat chunks everywhere. close to leveling up. Alright, that's trap number 2. Morning, Mike. Hi, Wolf. The main thing I remember from playing this, I couldn't change the control off my main character. I was playing Warrior, she would immediately find the nearest cliff and execute a charge up toward it. It was uncanny. You can control different people, see? As far as charging off a cliff, I don't know what you were doing to make that happen. Clearly you were just very bad management. Your employees just wanted out. What do you think about the game so far? Greatly enjoying it. It's not perfect. I have a few critiques if I could change like this or that. There's a couple of things, but I very much like it.
That should get somebody's attention.
Kill the White Claws. We're gonna fight alcohol. Is this an MMO? No. Single player story. If you've never played Dragon Age, think of it like I'm playing a game similar to like Witcher 3. Big open world, lots that you can do, but you are playing a single player game. Kill the damn warrior! Where's Cass? Right there. Putting a barrier on her. Level up! Kill the dead. Return to Frederick. Alright, so since we just leveled up, I think we can get that skill I wanted. Let's see. Spirit Blade generates charge more quickly, but you expend all charge when striking an enemy. Alright, so now when I swing the sword after charging it, I don't have to swing it 3 times to deplete the whole thing just once. Mark, earlier this year you played Dead Space Remake. You plans to play Dead Space 2 and 3 on Spooktober. Did they remake those, or do you just mean like the original Dead Space 2 and Dead Space 3? Also, if time permits, I'm willing. I'll say Dead Space, it had a few moments that, spooked me, jump scares, stuff like that. It wasn't that scary compared to other scary games. Because, you've got a gun. Scary games are a lot less scary when you can fight back. The raiders are dead.
The raiders are no longer in the way.
I've made note of the appropriate spots in the wastes for you to place lures.
Lures.
I must locate my supplies to create the bait. Then we can proceed.
We'll have to
Oh my
speak
God.
some.
I don't know if I'm ready to fight a dragon, y'all. Could try it. Let's see. Alright, so to continue up here, I need to go to Skyhold and do a mission to clear the miasma. So let's load into Skyhold. Earlier this year, you fight the White Claw, sounds like a really pool party. Despite the lack of proper consider, some would say. What's the smallest Grey Wall? The charge ability, though? I had to juggle control to 2 warriors to stop the charging off cliffs. So there is a charge skill that's all warriors have if you want it. It's right here. You can skip it. It's called Charging Bull. And they charge in a line. They knock down anyone that they pass through. And it, what else? It generates guard on you for each person you connect with. So it's really good for CC and generating guard. Does a little bit of damage too. While I'm here, do I need to sell anything? Archmage Lightning Staff, 71 DPS. Where's Dorian? Okay, he does not need it. Solus, not high enough level to use it. He can take that one. Vivian has better. All right. So we can get rid of the other staves. And then 2-handers. Iron Bull. You want this thing? Sure. Maul, get rid of that. Great sword. Jagged battle axe. Okay, black wall. Do you want any of these shields? What is Punisher? Oh, that's a Maul. Raider Captain Blade. No. 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 Igneous Staff, no. Okay, and let's check armors that we got. Vitars can only be used by Bull. Where's level 16? 143. Oh, that's some cool looking armor. She loses a lot of nice stats, though, so I don't think I'm going to give her that. Okay, and where's Blackwall? He can take it. Alright, toss that one, toss that one. I hate that this little bucket hat has more armor than that hat. Like, that offends me. Alright, let's get rid of those. Alright, that should be good enough. Okay. Let's hit the set. We're gonna hit the sell all junk button at the merchant. Alright, that frees up some inventory space. Can you change how armor looks in this game? I think that was a thing. You mean like transmuting gear? I don't think so. Like, I'll say not that I know of. If there's a way to just change an appearance of something. Like, you can make modifications to armor, like upgrade the sleeves, and that changes the sleeves graphic.
I tracked that Venatori mage back
what?
to Adamant Fortress. They're looking at assault options now in the war room.
Oh.
Thanks for coming.
You did well, Varric. The Inquisitor is just who we need.
Oh, it's been great. Murderous wardens, archdemon attacks, plenty of blood mages and crazy Templars. Just like home.
I know how much you hated leaving Kirkwall.
This is the ass end of Thedas. You know they eat snails here? Still, I think I need to finish this out. If it weren't for me and Bartrand, none of this would have happened. So much for changing our lives.
That's what happens when you try to change things. Things change. You can't always control how.
Lots of
I
Dragon
tracked
Age
the
2
wardens to
references
Adamant
there.
Fortress, Inquisitor. Your specialists have my full report.
Yeah, tinting also, that was the other thing. So you can change colors of gear. That is a thing. Alright, so the exclamations are rewards from stuff that finished since yesterday. Our emissaries have returned. Orzammar has pledged to our cause some of the most formidable warriors from the Legion of the Dead. According to the king, they are veteran Darkspawn hunters, absolutely fearless. The king also graciously offered to share Orzammar's wealth. He recognizes the threat Corypheus poses. Sweet. Inquisitor Lavalin, prayer cannot save you in the midst of battle, but it can restore the spirit after. If I may offer even the smallest comfort to the soldiers of Crestwood, I am pleased to do so. From Sister Paulette. Locate the missing Seekers. For a time, finding the missing Seekers seemed impossible. Early indications pointed to these men and women heading one at a time into Ferelden, but here their trail went cold. A chance rumor regarding Ban Loren, a Ferelden nobleman who had not been heard for in months and led Inquisitor agents to investigate Kaer Oswin, and they too went silent. These events are connected, and it seems that this is where the missing Seekers will be found. Okay. Let's see. Strike a bargain with merchant princes. The allied merchants of the monarchy of Antiva have inquired whether they can assist us in any fashion. They could provide us with some of the finest goods in Thedas, a powerful boost to our prestige, and spread our influence north.
The soldiers the Herald rescued from the Falamire arrived an hour ago.
Thank the Maker. We need good news.
The merchant princes will also attempt to ensnare us in contracts so convoluted that we will be eternally tied to them. If we are interested, we must send our most skilled negotiators. Our diplomats are well respected, and I feel like we can come out ahead of the bargain if we're prepared to commit to it. I've chosen a few dozen diplomats to handle the merchant princes. I will, of course, inspect everything we sign myself.
Inquisitor.
Find the source of the Darkspawn. We've scouted reports of Darkspawn in the area, but it has been difficult to track down their point of origin. They're less hampered by the sulfur pits than we are, and our guess is that they're coming from somewhere on the far side. Our troops can bridge the pits, which should allow us to cross safely and find the location of the Darkspawn, but we will need significant resources to ensure the safety of the men while construction is underway. Building a bridge in that blasted area will be ugly work, but I could deploy enough troops to ensure it's done safely. Commander Cullen, thanks to the reinforcements you sent, we constructed the bridge safely with minimal losses. Minimal losses? There were losses? And fortified it in the event the Darkspawn try to use it themselves. The Darkspawn are coming from ruins that appear to be Tevinter. Per your orders, I'm restricting the troops to scouting and guard patrols until the ruins can be investigated. Okay. What is this one? Adamant Fortress. Level 12 to 15. That could be fun. Can I do...
System. Activating combat mode.
Hi, Shugo. Can I do the quest for the Seekers? I'm interested in that. I don't know if I can do the Seekers thing right now, or if I have to wait for another thing to pop up. Translate the dragon text. Ambassador Montelier, I have been considering your last letter, and as I do owe you a debt of gratitude for handling the Cumberland incident, I think I may have found something that may solve your mystery. I have an acquaintance in Minrathous who has a brother in the Circle's College of Antiquities. A few favors, you may be able to translate your ancient text, but I should warn you they are likely to be costly favors. Still, this may be your most promising venture. A favor for a friend of a friend can get the manuscript translated by an expert. Enclosed, you will find the completed translation of your fascinating manuscript, which our scholars estimate to predate the First Blight. The dialect caused quite a stir in historical linguistics. The College of Antiquities would be most interested in further cooperation with the Inquisition should you uncover more Tavine documents from the pre-Blight era. Okay, so I think we can spawn that dragon now. Investigate Ancient Laboratory. The last Venatori have left the Ancient Laboratory in the wake of the Inquisitor's attack. We can be sure that secrets have been left behind. Those of the Venatori, Ancient Deventures, or both. We should not allow the desert to bury them. We have agents capable of disarming whatever traps and tricks remain and bringing back valuables.
Let's see what we have.
Improving morale. Commander, our work continues in the approach. It's a difficult post, but our soldiers are determined to represent the Inquisition as best they can. Morale flags at times, but we manage. Simple comforts can go a long way, and rations don't lift a soldier's spirits. We can see that they get a good meal at the end of each day.
To work?
Okay. I don't see anything else related to the Seekers right now, which is kind of a bummer. I wanted to... I'm interested in doing that. You're still on the VIP channel, you pulled the arrows on Discord, right? A few people mentioned it, but I haven't seen it. Hang on. What's the stream title? The stream title is The Seduce Button Isn't Working. How do I plus charisma? And on Discord it just says streaming seduce butt. That's fantastic. I'm glad I saw it. Yeah, I honestly, I'm surprised my views aren't higher with that title. Get in here. All right. Adamant Fortress. Let's do this. We just hit level 14. Adamant Fortress has withstood countless Darkspawn attacks without falling. The Grey Wardens defending its walls are legendary warriors. To prevent Warden Commander Chlorel from raising an army of demons, Inquisition forces will need siege engines powerful enough to breach Adamant's defenses.
Adamant Fortress has stood against the Darkspawn since the time of the Second Blight.
Fortunately for us, that means it was built before the age of modern siege equipment. A good trebuchet will do major damage to those ancient walls. And thanks to our Lady Ambassador...
Lady Cyril of Jadar was pleased to lend the Inquisition her sabers. They've already delivered the trebuchets.
That is the good news.
And the bad news?
Arimond called the ritual at the western approach a test. He may already be raising his army of demons in the fortress.
The Inquisition forces can breach the gate, but if the Wardens already have their demons...
I found records of Adamant's construction. There are choke points we can use to limit the field of battle.
That's good. We may not be able to defeat them outright. But if we cut off reinforcements, we can carve you a path to Warden Commander Chlorel.
Taking this fortress is going to get a lot of good soldiers killed.
Our soldiers know the risks, Inquisitor, and they know what they're fighting for.
It'll be hard fought, no way around it. But we'll get that gate open.
It's also possible that some Wardens may be sympathetic to our cause.
The warriors may be willing to listen to reason, though I doubt they will turn against Chlorel directly. The mages, however, are slaves to Corypheus. They will fight to the death.
We've built the siege engines and readied our forces, Inquisitor. Give the word, we march on Adamant.
Oh boy! Adamant Fortress has withstood countless Darkspawn attacks without falling. The Grey Wardens defending its walls are legendary warriors. To prevent Warden Commander Chlorel from raising an army of demons, Inquisition forces will need siege engines powerful enough to breach the defenses. Let's do it! Story mission! My finest team. Fun little fact, anytime I hear Adamant, I imagine Inuyasha screaming Adamant Barrage. It's silly, but it's true. Whoa! Hi! Dude, do we even have to charge in? Just keep shooting. Dude, the giant fist on the battering ram.